Hello, Aqua here again. Welcome back to Resonant Rise. I've started, I think, the last 3 episodes with that view because I just like that view. I think it looks quite impressive. We're going to get on with some technical stuff later in the episode. I'm going to do some more of the big reactors. What I want to do is I want to get this connected up to power, and I want to have it so that it'll turn itself off. Now, I think the way I'm going to turn it off is by using this thing here, input change control rod insertion. Now, I can have it so that while the signal's off, it's 0, and while the signal's on, it's 100. And what that will do is, with the control rod at 100%, you stifle the power, so there's no power coming out. What the control rod does, it pushes down into the rod in the middle there, and it stops the reaction going on. So I think that, rather than turning the reactor on and off, which I could do as well, but that seems like a more fun way of doing it. Just throttle it right back. I said last time about putting power to this, and I tried connecting an energy conduit, and I actually tried connecting it to the redstone port. If I connect it to the power part, it works fine. So that's how we're going to be connecting it up. Now, this puts out a hell of a lot of power, and I had a bit of a conversation in comments on my previous video with Velatican, who is the main config guy for this pack, and he said that the big reactors are actually putting out 12 times their base power. IC2 reactors are putting out 9 times their base power, and it's because that's in an attempt to balance them against atomic science and stuff. And I thought, yeah, that seems a bit excessive, but when you think about it, even mechanism, these little hydrogen generators, I mean, these are totally stackable. I could make 64 of these, and all these take is water. And essentially, the fusion reactor from atomic science is pretty much runs on water. So that's why, to make these worth doing, is up the power output of these so that you won't just stick with these. Well, that's something that I'm alright deciding for myself. I think I'd rather, if I was doing the configs, I would do it so that these put out normal power, and I like to use certain things for the sake of it. But I certainly get where he's coming from in the fact that there's so many low levels ways of getting power in this mod pack that to make the reactors worth doing it is up the power. And speaking of that, I noticed when I came up here that your decommissioned equipment from Velo, and then there's my ender tank, steam dynamos, and had an energy cell in there, and that is because we've got to spawn. Velo has actually made a fusion reactor. And the fusion reactor, I can actually leave that on all the time now because it's pumping out that much power that we don't actually have to turn the portals off. Poppy was on earlier and he crashed, and about 25 minutes later he didn't come back on because he was getting ready to go out anyway. So he didn't bother coming back on, and about 25 minutes later I noticed the portal was open and it hadn't run out of power. And it's because Velo's made this thing. Now, one thing I certainly do like about this is the noise it makes. In fact, I'm going to turn my sound off just a little bit. That's a good noise. I think a lot of modders forget about how cool noises can be. But that certainly sounds impressive. It's right up there with the Essentia tubes from Thaumcraft noise for me. That I like that a lot. Right. So it's got a mix of stuff here. It's got some thermal expansion. So this is providing water. It's got these chemical extractors. Not sure what they do. So this is a mod that I've not really looked at. We've got a windmill over here providing some basic mechanism power. And then if we head up to the top, we've got all these reactor turbines. And I guess that's the actual reactor itself. So, very nice. I want to get into this. I think mainly the thing I want to get into from atomic science is a big particle accelerator, just because I like particle accelerators. I always read news articles about the particle accelerator at CERN in Switzerland and France. It goes over at 29 kilometers. So I'd like to make something, maybe not 29 kilometers in diameter, but I'd like to make a fusion, a particle accelerator. So Sace was telling me what Velo thinks that power could actually run everyone's power for the entire server. So you could actually just make a a server-wide power plant, like I guess you have in real life. I mean, everyone don't have their own power plant in their house, does they? So if you was running a server, you could actually have it as a communal thing where you could build a big fusion reactor and have that piped to everyone's everyone's properties, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, the way we normally do it, everyone makes their own power, don't they? So because you have your own base, but running power like 10 kilometers could be quite cool. 10 minutes. Void sigil. I believe that removes void fog. This is probably not the answer he was looking for. Right. I'm actually going to start with a bit of witchery. Now, I'm going to try and split the episodes between some technical stuff and some magic-y stuff. I don't want to focus too much on the magical. I am predominantly a technical player, and I don't often do as much magic-y stuff as them. But there's just 3 real good magic mods. Well, 4: Arts Magic, Thaumcraft, Blood Magic, and Witchery. It's 4 very good magic-y mods. So what I've done here is I've been messing around. I was just uploading. I use OBS. I was just uploading because one of my uploads failed overnight. My PC must have restarted. So while I've been uploading, I can't really record because it's too laggy. So I've been messing around. I made this little thing here. I made a little well, I guess. Carpenter's hatch, hiding the secret entrance down into secret portal to my witch place. And then this end, I just made a little hut there and surrounded it with. Got a bit carried away with the Spanish moss, and so this is my altar. Yep, that's the one. This is going to be my altar, and now this needs a certain area around it, like I think I mentioned last time. So that's what we're going to get on with now. Actually, I want to make the fume upgrades for the little thing up here. So, in fact, there it is. I was off in the book by mistake. So that's what we're going to be doing. Rate of charging. I want to charge some of the attuned stones that we can make. Now, I think I made a couple of attuned stones of the day. So we want to charge a couple of them up. So I think I've got everything I need here to get on with this. This is a nice little touch as well. This is a Rowan door. You can't open it. Oh, that's why I keep doing that. You can't open it. You can just break it though, so it's not like a Thaumcraft arcane door, but you get a little key when you make it. And there we go. I've been keeping my key on the pedestal there in case anyone comes by. Just for fun. So up here, I've laid out a couple of things. This is basically how we get all these fumes. Now, if you recall from last time, these fume funnels up the percentage of getting a chance of a fume. I'm going to need 2 of them. They up the chance of getting a fume by quite a high percentage. The upgrade to these is the filtered fume funnel, which is them guys, which uses them and these fume filters, which need these charged attuned stones. So the attuned stones to start with are pretty straightforward. And they just need these whiffs of magic. Now, what I've done here is I've laid out what gets to each fume. So, looking at our top thing there, oak saplings get you exhale the horned one. Spruce saplings get you hints of rebirth. Birch gets you breath of the goddess. Rowan gets you whiff of magic. I'm going to need 5 of them to start with. And then oakwood gets you foul fume. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Put them back on there. Shift click, not click. Hawthorn gets your odour of purity, and alder gets your reek of misfortune. Hawthorn also, by the way, you can make a broom, but to make it a flying broomstick, you have to enchant it, and that's quite a more complicated ritual. So we're going to start with a basic ritual. So first thing I need then is I need to combine 5 of these things to get these attuned stones. So 5 whiffs of magic, 5 lava buckets, 5 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like Stacey's getting ready to. The Extorian Sony Vegas Pro is really good, but I'm that useless I can't get it working. Not that I would like it anyway. We're looking at stuff. I really think I'll go to Bandicam and the Movie Maker route, that side of things. Cool. So Stacey's getting himself set up to record, which is pretty cool because Stacey makes some wonderful stuff. There we go. We've got 5 attuned stones, and what's next? We are going to need a distillery. That's what one of the attuned stones for. So 2 of the gold, 1 of the attuned stones, these 2 clay jars that I said I needed, and 3 of them. What have I done wrong? Oops, 4 of them. 4 of them gets me a distillery. I'm going to stick that on there for now. Again, nice, cool looking model. And then what we're going to need is, now what we're working towards here, of course, is the ritual. So if you look at the ritual, so you make this book just like so, with a magic, a belladonna, ink sacs and feathers, and as you can see, I've got my little mandrake and belladonna patch down there. I've scattered some other flowers around and stuff. Glint flowers and them fiery ones that set you on fire. The glint ones set up light. These flamey ones, what are called ember moss, set you on fire. And these both spread once you plant them. So I only planted 1 each of these, and they started to spread out. And all these natural things around here keep increasing the altar strength, which is pretty nice. So look, these are from little clumps. Anyway, let's get back up here. I don't want to spend too long on this. So you see, for this we need to actually make some ritual ink. So we first start off with draw circles using coloured chalk with a heart glyph at the centre. An altar is often needed for power. Draw the 4 items of the circle, activate the heart glyph. So we need ritual chalk, and we need a heart glyph, and a heart glyph is made with a gold chalk. A gold chalk is made using ritual chalk. So what we need are ritual chalks. And what we need for ritual chalks, Tear of the Goddess, which we've got, because we get that from, well, we can get it from distilling as well. I thought we already had some Tear of the Goddess. Or maybe we don't. So, ritual chalk then needs Tear of the Goddess, which we get from distilling Breath of the Goddess and some lapis. I forgot to bring lapis if that's the case. And we need some gypsum, which we get from distilling foul fume and quick lime. And quick lime is just wood ash. So we need about 8 of them, I think, aren't we? So let's get 8 of them quick limes. I may have to cut camera and get some more stuff sorted out here. In fact, we're going to probably use a bit of that. So I'll take a stack of that wood ash, make it into a stack of quick lime. There we go. I did. Not spawner, not the spawner. Portal. I think symbol. Is it an iron ingot? Right. So let's get 8 of these. I'm going to actually run out of clay as well, I think. Yeah, I am. So I may have to cut camera, come back and do some other stuff here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what was it again? So this is also make the gypsum in it. So yeah, I certainly need more clay to make the Tear of the Goddess. I need 3, 6, yeah. So I'm going to have to go clay hunting and get some lapis. So I'm going to cut in just a sec. Oh, look at that! It lines up the clay jars. That's awesome. So gypsum first then. Foul fume. So let's get 8 foul fumes. And like I said, that comes from oak. Get off. And I've got 11. It's really 3 on there. So I'll get that going. I'll go get some more of the stuff that I need in a second. So is that going to work on its own? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So what's all this other stuff for? It's there for a reason. Well, that's it. I was going to make these things as well. Now we've got these attuned stones, we can make a couple of other things. One of them is a candelabra. So that's 3 iron, 3 torches, and 1 of them. And this is a candelabra. And the other thing is a chalice. And that's 1 of them, some nuggets and some gold. Oh, there and there. And 1 of them. Chalice, cool. And then we can make this into a filled chalice later on. But for that we need a kettle, which we ain't got yet, and that uses a tongue of dog and some other stuff. So I'm gonna have to kill a dog, which is rough. That was not a pun. I didn't mean rough like that. So if we look on there, we've got a ×3 multiplier. Let's just make sure I'm not missing it from the chat. It's a meh approach. Okay. Ooh. Let's check out the How To's reviews. Cool. There's a link for you there if anyone wants to watch it. I don't know what it is. Is it regarding making YouTube videos? So if I put this altar, so I'm going to shift click that onto there, and that's pulls up to 5,400. Nice. And in fact, I want to pick that back up. That's once been the edge, doesn't it? The candelabra should be in the middle, lighting the place up. Let's break that off. And then later on, once I can make that redstone soup, I shall upgrade this to a full one. So what's that put it to? That's only put us for... Oh no, we've got a ×5 multiplier now. Well, that didn't really put us up anything. Weren't we already at 4K? And then the chalice. So we'll have a 5.5K, so that's cool. That's how you upgrade your altar. Nice. So yeah, we'll fill that with redstone soup at some point. And in the meantime, this should have done. Well, that takes a while, doesn't it? So we'll leave that going. I'll go get the other bits I need, and I'll be back in a sec. Here we are then, back, and it's raining. I need to build a roof for my little witch hut here. I was did a bit of overkill there. I've just been into creative in a single player really quick and checked, and these don't actually get used up. So once you've made it, you only need one. So I actually only needed 2 of these gypsum, so I didn't need as much as that. So I actually only need 1 lapis as well, and 1 breath of the goddess. So that should start transforming into the tear of the goddess. So let's get the other stuff ready. So we've got our gypsum from the previous little thing I was doing there, and we need some wood ash. 6 wood ash. That slime balls can go in there. That's a nice little bonus from this thing. Get some gunk. And let's wait for this to turn into what we need. And that gypsum can go in there as well. Laid everything out there for the ritual. And then there's the items for the fumes. And Sasa just found a nice little tip with the dolly and the barrels from Jabba. If you right click the underside of a barrel that's already placed with a barrel and a dolly, it'll place it on top of the one that's already placed. Very nice, very nice. Tear of the goddess, there we go, and we also get foul fume, whiff of magic, so you get extras. So let's put the whiff of magic into there. And the foul fume was the... Oh, I should do this after the episode, really. Slow me down, do it for that. So we've got 2 ritual chalks, and then with one of these, we can grab some stuff that I have put in there. There it is. And make this into a golden chalk. Like so. Awesome. You can go in there. In fact, I'll take you back with me because you don't need you yet. And you, there we go. So now, if we head down to the altar down here, I believe that's going to get in my way. Let's have a look. So 7 by 7 and an 11 by 11. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, do I get this right? So we want our gold one in the middle, right in front of our altar, like that. Awesome. So 3, that's going to be 7 then, isn't it? So we want... Oh, it does tick. I came out of creative, but it clearly does tick durability. Okay. Well, makes me look a bigger chump than I am. 1, 2, 3, that's 7, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Not there. And there. On the back of the altar. And there. Sweet. So there's our 7 by 7. Then 11 by 11, I guess, is just extra out. So what kind of pattern do we want there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 diagonals. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 on the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 diagonals. 1. Son of a bitch. 3, 4, 5. 2 diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. And now I have to dig these two up, I think. Just to dig up you. And you. I'll replace them and I'll turn them back into. I'll put my ritual chart down before I have to do it with them. I mean, before they turn to puddles again. There we go. So that should be all good. Now, I think I'm good to go with my ritual. So let's just double check. So there's the stuff we need. So if we go back to page 1 though. Ritual binding. We're not doing a ritual binding. Draw circles with coloured chalk with a heart glyph at the centre, so that's a gold one. An altar is often needed for power. So that's where we've got our altar behind the heart glyph. Drop the foci items into the circle. Activate the heart glyph. Now, activating the heart glyph is the bit I'm not sure of. But we'll give it a go. So we need 2000 power in our altar. We need our items that are up here. So let's grab all this. They can go in there. At least one was enough for the ritual. For the setting up of the ritual. So turn my mysterious magnet off. So if I put one of each of these things in here, in fact I should just do that. So Q, 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 Q. Then something's happening. Hey, sorted. Forgotten a tuned stone. That's very straightforward. Nice. So that should have took 2000, and it's building back up nice and quick. So that's fine. Excellent. Let's do that again. Q, 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 Q. Activate that again. I'm a witch. And it's going to spit that out at me. Sweet. So now, off we go again. We'll grab this stuff out of here. And I'm going to brick them two guys. And they're there. They're there and there. They go in there. Gives me fume filters. And they combine with them. Get me filter fume funnels. Sweet, we've achieved something. There we go. So now I get a 90% chance of getting a fume each time I burn something in my witch's oven. Cool. So that is as far as we're going to go with the witchery for this episode. Let's just chuck a couple in there. See if we get lucky with both of them. And it's quicker as well. So we should have a very high chance of getting whiffs of magic from this. There's one. And I'm sure we'll get another. So I'm going to head back to my base. I'll meet you there. And I'm going to get sorted for powering up my system using the... Look at that, that's kind of cool. Power up my system using the big reactor. I'll see you there, back in a bit. Okay then, back again. And I'm going to start next episode with my blood armor. But I've just enough magic for this episode. Let's jump downstairs. The first thing I'm going to want to do here is... I believe I've got everything I need. I'm just going to throw all that in there. And what we're going to look at here is we're going to make one of these things called a power monitor. Not really sure how these work, but I'm curious to see how it works and if it can control redstone to the reactor for us. So let's make all the bits for this, and I think I've got all the bits in here ready for this. So that, nice and straightforward. Machine chassis, nice and straightforward. And then this thing, MJ reader. I ain't got a comparator. I need to make a comparator first. So nearly had everything ready. 3 redstone torches, got no wood in there. Of course I haven't. I have got wood in there though. Let's just get some logs, planks. There we go. And let's just manually make that a bit quicker. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. What am I clicking on? Now try that again. So we want a comparator. Then we want an MJ reader. So silicon, of course, you get from putting sand through the sag mill. Electrical steel is normal iron with silicon and coal through the alloy furnace. And then energy conduit and insulated redstone, as you've seen me use before. So this, I did not press the right button. Shift click gets us our MJ reader. Then that goes in this casing. And I actually need to put stone in there because it keeps switching to other types. 3, 4. And there we go, 1 power monitor. Excellent. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to pick this guy up. I'm going to move him up 1. I need to turn my I'll put him there. Now I don't think he has to be there. I think he can actually be anywhere. I don't know if he has to touch things, but I think he can go here. Now, so conduit storage capacity. So he's just filled up his buffer there, 10,000 MJ. So he's drained a bit out of that, which has probably been instantly replaced. Now, what we can do here, I think, engine control. Emit signal when storage less than. Excellent. 75% full. So this is what I was after. Enabled. Emit signal when storage less than 75% full. Stop when storage greater than or equal to 99% full. So now what I can do is, that's how I make silicon. I'm just making some more there, look. Now what I should be able to do is make some of this redstone cable stuff. I hope. What am I looking for? Looking for binding. So I quite like this crafting terminal. I've never really used it before. What I'm after is making some of this stuff, insulated redstone conduit. There we go. Let's put that stuff in there for me. So I'm actually going to make 4 lots of this because I might need some uninsulated as well. So I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to make 4, 8, 12, 16 of them. And we'll put the rest back in there for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run from this. Now I want to use some power here, aren't I? So let us add iron to the auto smelting. Bauxite, no. Iron. So which have I added iron to? I think it's everywhere's ready to go. I just need to put iron into there and it should start processing. It looks like it, sweet. So iron's going through and it's going to end up in there. And so that fills up. Wonderful. Just remember why I don't like barrels. I just tried to put some tin in there because it was a different type. So these things also unify. So I tried taking 2 tin out of there. You take single ones out by shift right clicking. No. Shift left clicking. 1, 2. Okay. And I shift left click with my pick, and it just broke the damn thing. And I had 64 stacks of tin on the floor. But I had 2 from a chest or something that was different type. Anyway, so that should be using power. So I want to disconnect that guy, and then while we're waiting, let's start putting our. Did I break the facade there? I didn't need to. I could have just left them there, and because when you can see through them anyway when you've got stuff in your hand. Now this could be an issue. I don't want it to join to any of them, but I want it to come around here. And what have I done? That is connected. So it's going to take a hell of a while to get down to 75% in it. So let's change this in a minute then. Let's change it to emit signal when 98, full when 99. And what I want to do is set that thing to this one, I think. Input enable disable, set from signal. Input. So I want it to input is enable disable. Which one's which though? Going up or down? It's going down. Right, give me a couple of minutes and I'll get my head around this. It looks like the signal's on there, doesn't it? I'll get my head around this, I'll be back in just a sec and then I'll explain what I'm trying to do. Okay, I think I've sussed it then. Now, this is pretty much, I wasn't sure if that was working on a pulse, but you can set it to a pulse. I want to commit that, I believe. That's now committed. So now, set from signals. So when the signal's high, so when this conduit is on, and I don't need an uninsulated one there, that works fine. When this is on, then that's on. So I've just changed this, I moved this around a little bit as well. And I did need that conduit off because I need to get under there just with my hand to get a touch in them things. So I've set this thing, so at the minute it's emit signal when storage is less than 95, turn off when it's at 99. So what we should see is, as long as that's low, that's still going down because I have not connected it to the power. Click. There we go. And that's not going up nowhere near as quick as it was. Heat 0 degrees. Why are you not on? But it's on. Have I? No, that's not enabled. Let me just check what the thing upstairs says. Is the rod right down? Let's have a look. Let's have a look in there. Control rod 0%. There we go. So I've got the control rod at 0% now, which means this should be putting full power out. So this should be going back up again. That's going up, nice, and that should be going up, not down. That's going up, nice, right. So I'm not sure when I've been messing around with that, I've somehow set my control rod to be 0. So what we should see is this: when this is 99% full, we should see this turn off. And I think I'm going to run these. I'm going to move these, which means pouring water all over the floor. But I'm going to move all this behind here, I think, so you cannot see it. There'll be no wires showing on the side. I think, yes. I think I shall do that. So all we're waiting for now is, let's wait till this gets to 99%. Now, it's nice that you can set that percentages, but I'd also like to be able to see what percentage it's currently at. You know? Never mind. So currently this is disconnected. So this works as nice as I think it does, which it seems to. 2140 RF a tick. So that's about 214 MJ a tick. So it's putting out much more than a steam boiler. Then if this works right, I don't think these can blow up. If they do, I just need to rebuild. I don't care. But I don't think this is going to blow up, especially at that temperature. So it seems to be running very nice. So right, I'll wait until that turns off. Make sure it turns on and off. Then I'm going to move these wires around, and I'm also going to connect item conduits because we're going to want to feed Yellorium into there. And it's not taking any more. It's still only use that 12 that I had in there, and we're going to want to get the stuff out of here, and then we'll process that stuff. So should I skip? How full are we? We're quite okay. We're not quite that full. So let me brick camera, and I'll come back when it's nearly done. Back in a sec. Okay, well it worked. It turned off, which is good. So that's actually not got its full buffer in there, is it? So that's going to use its full buffer up, I believe, innit? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's a big buffer if it's used up. So this should still be filling up, and it is. This is really cool. I've just been looking at this. Check it out. You can see machine buffers. You can see what's carried in all the machines that are attached to this. You can see what's in the conduits. So you can actually see the conduits are almost full. And the machine buffers are always full. So that's all these things. If you look on these things here, these have all got their own buffer in the side here. So I could put energy upgrades into them and have bigger buffers. In fact, I'll do that. I'll cut the camera in a second. I'll energy upgrade all of them and see how big this goes. So you can actually have a load of your storage actually in your machines, and this is pretty cool as well because if you break these machines, actually they keep their they keep what's in them. So I believe now that is going to drain this internal buffer all the way down, which I'd rather it keep that full, but not sure I'm going to do that using this method. But overall, I'm very happy with how that's working. So this is only going to turn on when it's needed. It's going to turn off when it's needed. So I can just flicker it on and off. So this isn't going to turn back on for a while because that internal buffer is going to go. So unless I break the conduit for a second, let me do that. So power. So break that power conduit there for a second, and you should see this start to go down again. So will it drain some kind of... Yeah, see, check that out. It's actually draining the conduit storage first. Machine buffers. Ah, okay. So that's counted. That machine buffer's counted. That buffer was in the total there. Very nice. So it looks like it's draining all the conduit, and then it's going to start draining the actual capacitor bank storage once the conduit's gone. That's really cool, isn't it? I like that. I'm very happy with that. So now it's starting to drain that. That's really smart. I like this a lot. So right, so that's all working. You will see when this hits 90. Let's go to 98. Oops. 98% full. You'll see this redstone signal will turn on and turn this on, even though it's got no power conduit at the minute. So come on, don't make me a liar. Now 1%, it's going to be 5,000 in it, so 10,000. Nah, I don't know what I'm on about. Oh look, it's turned on, look. It was something like that. So that's turned on, so that's working great. Let's put that back in, and that should fill up pretty sharpish. So you see the conduit storage is full again. That's going back up again, and when it's 99%, you should see this turn off. So we'll wait for that. Right, a couple of other things I want to do in this episode just before I go. It's probably getting quite long. There we go, it's turned off again. Sweet. So I'm going to set that buffer to I think 75%, 99% is good. So 75. So that'll only turn on when there's... in fact, no. Let's keep it nice and high. Let's keep it 90 to 99%. So there, that's all sorted. Like I say, I'm going to move these around the back off camera. I need at some point to work out some input output for that, but that's not used any of that, so that's good. Last time, of course, I was trying to get stuff out of this. I didn't actually have anywhere for it to go, which makes me a chump. If we break this, we're working the cables. That was set to only out, as it's set now. It actually needed to be set to in out. So I'd actually tried that in out, and still wasn't working. But that's also because I can't actually set the bottom of this machine to be both input and output. And I want it to be input because of certain things like Witchery just wants to go straight into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an output on the side here, and just make sure that works. I'm going to set a basic output on the side, connect that to the Ender IO conduits, and see if that'll go back in for that interface. Now what I'm going to probably end up with here is a line of 4 interfaces up the side with 4 conduits with various things coming in and out. So I might have just one for all the in, I don't know. And I can also add, obviously, the interfaces. I've got more than one side, so I could add another row up here. So I could have 4 interfaces with 8 inputs or 8 input outputs. So that's how I'm going to do that. So I'll cut the camera and I'll get a few things sorted. A couple of other things I want to do is I want to make my first Java barrel upgrades because, as you can see, some of these are already full. So I want to make a handful of them. So I'll get the recipe for that sorted and we'll make a handful of them and I'll show you how that works. And I'll be back in a bit when that's ready because the video will be getting long. Back in a sec. And there we are. I'm up to just about 40 minutes, so I want to wrap up pretty quick. I really like how this works. I'm really impressed. It's I've been watching it for a bit. It's working real nice. As you can see, I put some hazard blocks from chisel factory blocks. Factory blocks are really easy. They're that pattern. It's your 32 factory blocks for 4 stone, 4 iron, I can get really carried away. I've got loads of black and yellow ones on the Utopia server. I thought I'd go with orange and white ones on this server. So, yeah. I'm still thinking about moving base, by the way, as well. I'm thinking, I found a really nice island. I'll show you it. Oh, I've not been to it since we've got, oh, that's odd. Oh, I had to reinstall last night. Damn it, I've lost all my map setting. Something went wrong with my AT launcher last night. I got an error, so I had to install it. I had to reinstall all the instances. Anyway, so yeah, there's an island, and it's that's my Witchery place. The island's down around here somewhere. It's really cool. It's like Scaramanga's Island from the James Bond film. I'm thinking of moving everything there and spreading it out right across the island, because I only really need the area that's got this stuff in chunk loaded. So I could have all the rest of it not chunk loaded, and I'd have less stuff squashed into a space. Right, I'm going to do a couple of barrel upgrades before I go. I'm going to do that, wet that off camera, getting this stuff back into there. I haven't got that sorted yet. Oh, I forgot to cover that back up. As you can see, I've tidied all this up a little bit. This area is where my auto crafting is going to go. I'm going to make a 5x5. Eventually, all this will be blocks, but I don't know if I showed you. I've got a little carpenter's door there to get me into the backstage area. Thanks for the tips, by the way, regarding these. If I make all these fuzzy, then it'll put any ingot in, and it'll also unify in the barrel, so that's kind of cool. So there's quite a few fuzzy things that can go on there. Now I'm not sure if this setup is actually causing me some FPS loss, because it is pretty bad. I may at some point, although I like the barrels, I may at some point just go to a pure AE system, because it just works nice. Anyway, I've done a little list of what I plan to do in the next few episodes. These are the kind of things I want to get on with. Barrel upgrades, I need to make sure I've got enough room in the barrels if I'm keeping them. AE crafting, I want to get that on the go so I can get things automated. Mob spawners, I want to work out some kind of mob spawning system using MFR grinders. We don't have soul shards, so the obvious choice after seeing what Sace has done was to make something using care staff, so that might be something to go at. I also want a dark nexus, and I'd like to play around with a blood magic ritual Will of Suffering rather than a feathered knife, so I might look at some quite extravagant mob spawner system, but essentially I want to get mob essence so I can use that for various other things, enchanting, spawning specific mobs, stuff like that. A liquids, mob spawners, mob essence. I want A liquids because I want that to handle my liquids. I ain't really got any liquids yet, but that'll be a liquid that I want handling. Particle accelerator, that's the thing that I want to make from Atomic Science, which I mentioned earlier in the episode. Mech factories, I'm probably going to do that next episode. I want to upgrade these all to the factory variants. Now, if we'll have a quick look at mechanism, we've got the basic machines, these smelter combiner, stuff like that, and then we've got these things, advanced factories, and these are pretty much like 5 machines in one. So I want to get upgraded. So I want my mech factory as upgraded as possible. So basically, loads of processing capability just in a few blocks. I'm trying to make a really high level factory in a small area, which is why I might go to a pure AE system for that. And then I want to decom my RC boiler. Once I'm comfy with this and it's running alright, I might even expand this and put a second one in, or just make it twice as long, I don't know. I want to up the power output of this, and I'm going to decom the railcraft boiler. That was only down there temporary on this server until I got to a point where I had the materials to make something else, because I didn't know any of these other mods. I've never used them before. Also, LP remote orderer. That's something I want to play with. Remote order. And there's something else I was thinking of just a second ago. I forgot what it was already. Oh, MFFS with a cage. So that's tech stuff I'm going to get on with. I like fighting withers in a force field cage. It just saves them getting away. I don't like the way they fly up in the air. It winds me up. So I'll do that. I've done that a few times, but I'll do that again. And it'll be the first time I've actually done it using Calclavia's MFFS. I normally make the wither cage using the other MFFS. And then on magic stuff, ongoing Thaumcraft, I'm doing that all on the separate little mini series. You may notice I've got Thaumcraft weapon tools, which I didn't have, which I've not done in the main series. I've done them in the mini series, and I've got a full set of wand foci for my wand there. So all upgraded as well using the osmotic enchanter. Not a full set, but I've got a pretty comprehensive set of 1 foci there. And ask bosses. I want to start fighting some of the bosses to get all the points I can get, so I can start upping the Ask Magic and stuff. Blood Armor, that's definitely next episode. Blood Magic summoning, I want to get on with that, get some demon summoned, get the bits made for that. And ongoing witchery stuff, we're going to get to demon summoning that at some point as well. And I want to make a broomstick, just why not? So that's the plans for the next few episodes. Now, at Jabba, let's quickly make us some upgrades. Now, I want to see what one upgrade does for me. So first off, I'm going to make pistons. What am I missing from there? What? Iron? I've got iron. Go away. Silly thing. There we go. That's what I want. Let's have a stack of them. And I'll have a stack of chests as well. So then, these first upgrades are just pistons, chests and wood, so I'll go with a stack. What's the next ones? The next ones, the first ones are more pistons and iron. And the next one, so it's always pistons and the previous upgrades. Okay, so I'm gonna want 64 of these, aren't I? These stacking 16s, okay. What's going on there? I haven't run out of wood. That's bullshit. I've got 12k there, look. Oh, I've run out of pistons. Okay, well, that makes sense, yeah. I just make loads of pistons then. So there's the first upgrades, and then the second upgrade then. Let's make more pistons to start with. Wow, this is going to be expensive, isn't it? Well, it's not, because pistons are expensive. But 1, 2, get in there. 3, 4, I'll have 4 stacks of them. That'll keep me going for a bit. So second tier upgrades. So we'll have 8 of them for now. And then the third tier upgrades, we'll have 4 of these for now. So just so we can see what we're doing. Sweet. So one thing we're going to need loads of upgrade space for. Jerky. Cersei's got a nice little jerk beef factory using the drying rack. So iron, that's tin, that's iron. So iron, I've actually got 3,000, well, 1,600 ore still. So I've got to remember the mechanism does triple, so that's a shit ton of ore there. So let's start with our iron, upgrade that. In fact, we'll upgrade all 3 of these. Bosh. Is that how it works? Bosh. There we go. So shift right click, upgrades them. So you see they've gone from 4,096 to 8,192. They can take now. Wonderful. And then the second tier upgrade takes it to 16,384. Very nice. And changes the colour. And then the third upgrade, I don't think I'm going to need more than 16,000 of any ingot, but what I'm going to have absolutely tons of, probably redstone. I'll do these, screw it. And 32,000, nice. So I'm probably going to upgrade all of them because I like the colour of that. So there we go. So there will now hold 32,000 items. Very cool. So I'm going to wrap up the episode there. That's how you upgrade your Java barrels. You can go all the way up to a Mark 7 using emerald. So we're up to diamond, then obsidian, yeah, obsidian, endstone, and then emerald. So the endstone might be a bit of an issue because we've got hardcore ender, the hardcore ender mob, and we haven't even started on it yet. So there we go. That's how you upgrade your barrels, and I'm going to wrap up the episode there. Thank you as always for watching. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.